Emma had always lived a life of relative calm, surrounded by her mother Linda's warmth and her stepdad David's seemingly protective presence, and yet, nothing could have prepared her for the day that shattered that sense of safety. On an ordinary afternoon, while tidying up her mother's old belongings, she stumbled upon a set of documents and emails that no child should ever see. They revealed a horrifying truth. David, the man she had grown up trusting, had orchestrated her mother's death and was now preparing to marry her younger sister, Sarah. Her heart froze. The warmth she had associated with her home turned into a cold, suffocating fear. The betrayal cut deeper than she could articulate, and for the first time, Emma realized that her life would never be the same again. She knew that silence was no longer an option and that if she did not act, the shadow of David's manipulation would continue to consume not only her life but also Sarah's future. Determined to uncover the full extent of David's deception, Emma began a careful, methodical investigation within her own home. She spent hours scrutinizing hidden corners, going through family ledgers and decoding emails that hinted at illegal financial transactions and disturbing interactions with people outside the family. Each discovery compounded her horror, but also strengthened her resolve. She started documenting every move David made, discreetly recording conversations, placing hidden cameras in strategic areas, and keeping meticulous notes in her diary. Each night, she reviewed these records, analyzing David's behavior, understanding his patterns, and preparing for the day she would confront him with undeniable proof. Emma knew that this silent war required patience, strategy, and precision. It wasn't just about revenge. It was about justice and protection for herself and Sarah. Emma confided in her closest friends, Jake and Mia, explaining the situation and sharing her plan. They formed a covert alliance, helping Emma monitor David without arousing suspicion. They discussed every scenario, from potential dangers to how best to reveal the truth to Sarah without destroying her entirely. Every night became a high-stakes game of observation and deduction. The first critical breakthrough came when Emma found a series of emails showing that David had manipulated Sarah's perception of her mother, turning her into an unknowing accomplice in maintaining the family facade. Emma realized she had to approach this carefully. Sarah couldn't be traumatized before understanding the truth fully. She began leaving subtle hints for Sarah, guiding her to question inconsistencies in David's stories. Meanwhile, Emma's hidden cameras captured David making plans to conceal evidence and manipulate anyone who suspected him. Emma recorded every word, every suspicious gesture, and even the smallest facial expressions, creating a comprehensive dossier that would later serve as irrefutable evidence. Weeks passed, and Emma's investigation uncovered an even darker side to David, a network of financial fraud, manipulative relationships, and even previous cover-ups that had gone unnoticed. Emma meticulously documented everything, her diary becoming a blend of detective notes and personal reflections. She wrote down every emotion, every fear, and every moment of doubt, but she never wavered. Her determination to see justice done kept her going, even in moments when fear threatened to paralyze her. The day Emma decided to confront David came after months of planning. She arranged a dinner under the guise of family reconciliation. Sarah, unaware of the full truth, joined David, expecting the same comforting environment she had always known. Emma had set up cameras, recorded conversations, and prepared digital copies of all evidence to be delivered to authorities in case anything went wrong. The dinner began innocuously, but the tension was palpable. Emma's eyes never left David's, each movement and expression catalogued in her mind. Slowly, she steered the conversation toward past events, guiding Sarah to recognize inconsistencies and lies. David's composure began to crack, small slips revealing his guilt. Emma recorded everything, knowing that these moments would be crucial for exposing the full extent of his deception. As the evening progressed, Emma escalated the confrontation carefully, revealing select pieces of evidence, each one calculated to dismantle David's facade without causing immediate panic. She revealed financial discrepancies, past communications, and traces of manipulative behavior, ensuring Sarah could see the patterns herself. The shock on Sarah's face was profound, but Emma's calm explanation and structured approach helped her sister absorb the reality without collapsing entirely. David, realizing that his carefully constructed lies were falling apart, attempted to manipulate the conversation, but Emma anticipated his tactics and countered them with precise evidence and logical reasoning. Emma's meticulous planning extended beyond confrontation. She coordinated with local authorities to ensure that when the truth came to light, David could not escape accountability. She delivered copies of her recordings and documents to trusted officials, ensuring an airtight case. Meanwhile, she supported Sarah emotionally, guiding her through the realization of betrayal and helping her process the shock. Sarah, initially resistant, began to understand the depth of David's deception and slowly aligned herself with Emma's mission for justice. Over the next several weeks, Emma's evidence and strategic actions led to a series of interventions, arrests, and public exposure of David's crimes. Court hearings revealed the full extent of his manipulations, financial frauds, and emotional abuse, validating Emma's painstaking efforts. Sarah, reconciled with the truth, provided crucial testimony, detailing the psychological impact of David's actions on both her and their mother. The court proceedings were tense, emotional, and suspenseful, capturing the attention of the community, which had followed Emma's careful unraveling of the truth. Emma's journey extended beyond legal justice. She became a voice for awareness, reaching out to families who might unknowingly be in similar situations. Her story, filled with suspense, heartbreak, and triumph, became a guide for others navigating the dangerous waters of betrayal within their own homes. Each chapter of her silent war illustrated the importance of vigilance, emotional resilience, and strategic planning. Throughout the ordeal, Emma experienced moments of fear, doubt, and overwhelming emotional weight. Yet, every challenge strengthened her resolve. She documented every encounter, every observation, and every emotional response, weaving them into a narrative that was as much about her personal growth as it was about justice. The emotional complexity of her journey highlighted her intelligence, courage, and unwavering determination to see truth prevail over deception. As the trial concluded and justice was served, Emma and Sarah began the slow process of healing. They confronted the emotional scars left by David's betrayal and worked together to rebuild their lives. Emma, ever the strategist, used her experience to advocate for others, ensuring that the lessons she learned were shared with the wider community. The emotional impact of her silent war, combined with her strategic brilliance, made her story a compelling testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Every moment, from the initial discovery to the final courtroom revelation, was filled with suspense, emotional intensity, and strategic maneuvering. Emma's story, though tragic in its beginnings, became a saga of empowerment, resilience, and ultimate triumph. The meticulous planning, patient observation, and unwavering courage ensured that justice was not only achieved but also served as a beacon of hope for others facing hidden dangers. Mid-storyline. Subscribe to Next Level Stories 00. What would you do if your family hid deadly secrets? Comment below. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to Next Level Stories 00 for more amazing stories.